Today we are doing another reading vlog. I've got a lot of interesting books on the TBR, a lot of long-awaited books, so I'm excited. And the first book that I'm gonna get into is called When the Moon Hatched by Sarah Parker. I have no idea what this book is about. I just know that I've had a hold on it for months, and there are 14 people in line behind me to use the copy that I have. I will keep you updated as I go. This book, if you played Romantasy Bingo, you would have a bingo in like the first 3 chapters. It's ridiculous, the common tropes that are being used. The way that a romance has bloomed between them is so unbelievable and unnatural. I think this is going to be really predictable. So far, it's been really predictable. I feel like I know where it's going. It's fine. It's not unenjoyable. It's just not very good. I'm just trying to understand how you write a piece of trash so horrible, but you put in the effort to make up your own language for the book. I'm just not getting it.
I am really struggling to not DNF this book right now, and I know that I should probably finish it because I do have a channel for this now, and so I would like to be able to talk about the book, and like to an extent I feel like I can talk about it because I've listened to like 17 hours of it, but at the same time I probably should just finish it. But it's so bad. I don't know. I'm going to power through, I think. I only have 30 minutes left. Please pray for me.
I have finished. That was one of the most painful reading experiences that I've had in a very long time. I do not recommend it at all to anyone. Horrible. Horrible. Let's talk about it. As I said, contains every single romantasy trope that you could possibly think of. We've got humongous, gigantic dude love interest. He's huge. He's so much bigger than her. Our main character is this feisty, hot killer. You know, we've got a masquerade, we've got calling people males and females, etc. The list goes on and on. I think that it is blatantly clear that this book is dying to be ACOTAR. It is not. It is horrible. It is so much worse than ACOTAR in every single way. So just bad in general. You can't take all of these elements, throw them into a story, and then make a mediocre plot with mediocre characters that experience no growth and call that a story. It's just bad. The main character was completely insufferable. She was ridiculously sarcastic and rude and sassy in a way that literally would have gotten her killed. Like, if this book was realistic, she would have died very early on, or even before the story actually started. If I let myself talk about this book, I will be going on for a very long time, and I don't think that it even deserves that much attention, at least not in this video, so I'm just gonna go ahead and move on. I might do a deep dive video on this book, but that's to be decided at a later date. Overall, 1 star. I have to really hate a book to give it 1 star. Usually if it has some element that I kind of like, I'll give it 2. This book, 1 star. Now that that's over, let's go ahead and move on to something that is actually supposed to be good. It is called Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. I'm about a chapter or 2 in so far, and it seems very dark academia, which I like, and I'm just excited to read more. So I will keep you updated on that. So I've had some somewhat mindless things to do at work today, and I've been able to listen to Ninth House a bit. I'm sitting at about 20%, and I am enjoying it so far. I like the atmosphere. So far, the characters seem like they have a lot of personality, and besides that, I don't really have too much to say. I'll keep you updated. So it is currently a little bit after 6 a.m., and I have wet hair because I just got out of the shower, and the reason that I'm awake right now and like alert and filming is because yesterday I had a job interview, and of course, the night before I did not sleep a wink because of how anxious I was, I guess. I didn't even feel anxious, but my mind was just like alert. I literally laid in bed and just couldn't sleep the entire night. I did go to the interview, and I do think that it went well despite myself being in a delirium. I honestly really wasn't in a state of delirium until probably the afternoon, but I did come home and go to sleep at 5 p.m. and I woke up around 2 this morning, so I have been up for a while and I've had my coffee, so we're chilling. But in the time that I spent this morning, I did finish Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo, and I really enjoyed this book. I think that it was really refreshing for me because I haven't read dark academia in a while. I think it's been about a year, and the last dark academia that I read was If We Were Villains by ML Rio. I could be wrong, but I think. That's also a good book. But it was a nice palate cleanser. I really enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the themes that were in the story, and it's not like it was a fairy tale in that it taught you like never tell a lie or like some weird theme, but it did raise awareness to the way that the world treats specific demographics of people, and I found it refreshing in a way. I really liked the perspective that the main character brought to the story because I really haven't read from a character that had her kind of past. It was really cool. I enjoyed the main character a lot. I also really enjoyed Darlington. I'm really hoping that his character is present more in the second book because all you really got of him in the first book was glimpses of memories of him here and there. And I'm like, I need to meet this golden retriever, okay? I need to know him. So I'm looking forward to reading it. And overall, I'm not exactly sure what I want to rate the book. I'll probably stick it right here. It was good. It wasn't 5 stars for me, but I do recommend it, and I definitely look forward to reading the next one. But I'm about to start getting ready for work, and I do plan on doing some field work today, so I'm probably going to listen to some audiobooks while I'm on the job, and I'm planning on starting Good Omens by Neil Gaiman. That is the author of Coraline, and I don't know much about this book. I do know that it's about an angel and a demon, and my sister read it, and she recommended it. I also know that my boyfriend's grandmother really likes the book, and I know that it is a Netflix series, I think. Somebody made it into a show, so I'm looking forward to checking it out, and I'll let you know how it goes. So I realized that I did forget that the book is co-authored by Terry Pratchett and Neil Gaiman. So Terry Pratchett was also there. Anyway, I'm about 12% through the book right now, and I'm about to have a decent amount of time to do some more listening, so I'll let you know how that goes. But so far, I love the writing style. It is so charismatic and distinct and endearing. It's also been very funny. Like, the writing style is charismatic, but so are the characters. It's just a fun time. I'm very tempted to get a physical copy of this book because I've been listening to the audiobook, but this just feels like the kind of book that deserves that extra degree of focus. But I don't live close to a bookstore, so it's probably not gonna happen. Dude, today when I was in town, I acquired 4 free books because I went to the post office and there was a box of books that were free. Then I went to this little public library box that we have and I got 2 new books. From the free book box, I have Then She Vanished by T. Jefferson Parker. And I don't really have high hopes for this because it kind of just looks like a dad mystery that you pick up at the airport or Walmart. It's even got the little $3 sticker. It probably literally came from the dollar store, actually. That looks like a dollar store sticker. We'll see how that goes. And I also picked up this one because it looks like really vintage, you know? I like how that guy in the back looks. He's got a little deer in the headlight stare going on. He's got his little weapon. It's just, it's kind of nostalgic looking. And the papers are really yellowed, so I feel like it's old. I just ripped the cover partially off. That's fine. Don't have high hopes because I was flipping through and I found this old envelope, and I imagine that somebody read half the book and put it down. So either it's very thrilling and they got scared, or it's really bad. It has that musty book smell, though. I love that smell. And then from the little community library, I've got Double Exposure by Ava Berry. I don't know what it's about, but it like feels nice. It's a hardback and the cover's kind of pretty. It's got words like dark and shadowy, crime scenes, vivid, seductive lure of the past. I have no idea what that is. I assume like a mystery of some sort. And then I picked up this book because it looked kind of fantastical, and I read the back and it said something about magic, and I was like, perfect, it's a fantasy. It's not, it's horror, and it is about the long believer detective Harry D'Amour facing off against his intensely evil rival, Pinhead. Pinhead, yes, that sounds intensely evil. If I was a hell priest, my name would be Pinhead, that's for sure. Very formidable indeed. But I do enjoy horror. Maybe I'll find a nice new horror author. Also, can we just talk about how you're gonna write your little book summary that's supposed to hook people and you use the word long beleaguered? I don't know what that means. Do you think that your target demographic audience knows what that means? I mean, maybe if that's why you're using the word, but I feel like that wasn't very good marketing. In return for the public library books, I will be bestowing cold fire upon the people. And honestly, it's kind of a victimization because this book is absolute dog water, but it won't be in my apartment anymore and I'll have done the little trade. I'll also return those books when I finish them. I'll probably actually put all of those books in there after I finish them unless something's really good and I want to keep it, but I doubt it and might as well let somebody else give them a shot. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to show you guys those because free books make me happy and excited. Moving on. I did finish Good Omens a little bit ago. I have some maybe controversial opinions, I think that the book was good. It was written in a very distinct way. It was definitely very unique, and I appreciated a lot of the qualities, like the writing style and the characters and the goofiness of it all. But at the same time, that's really not my reading style. I like something that carries a little bit more weight and feels like higher quality, I guess. I'm not really somebody who sits down to watch a comedy. It's not really my type of thing. So this wasn't my type of material, and that's all I can say. And for me, it was about a 3-star read. I can see where people who like this material would give it like 5 stars, and I totally understand that. I'm just not one of those people. I have to say, I think it's a very good thing that it was made into a TV show, and I don't know how it is, but I imagine that consuming this in like 20-minute spurts here and there would be way better for me than sitting down for 5 hours and listening to an audiobook of just plain goofiness that's like high stakes, but like I really don't care. So those are my thoughts on that. And that's all that I have for you for this video. So always remember that 1 like equals 1 Hell Priest named Pinhead, and comment your Hell Priest name below. I hope that you have a good day. Thanks for being here.